Like each of you, I have a record that I'm proud of.
On many of the security challenges facing the U.S. interests around the world, Senator Hagel's record is deeply troubling and out of the mainstream. Too often, it seems, he's willing to subscribe to a worldwide view that is predicated on appeasing our adversaries while shunning our friends.
The image you've created is one of sending the worst possible signal to our enemies and friends at one of the most critical times in world history.
In my book in 2008, interviews, speeches, I've always said I am a supporter of Israel. In some cases, I've said I'm a strong supporter of Israel.
Give me an example of where we've been intimidated by the Israeli Jewish lobby to do something dumb regarding the Mideast, Israel, or anywhere else.
Well, I can't give you an example.
Thank you. Do you agree with me? You shouldn't have said something like that?
Yes, I do. I've already said that.
It was in writing that she said the U.S. is the world's bully, that it is the reality, and your response, you did say you agree with it. You said her observation is a good one, it's relevant. Yes to her question. You explicitly agreed with the characterization of the United States as the world's bully.
No one individual vote, no one individual quote, no one individual statement defines me.
Were you correct or incorrect when you said that the surge would be the most dangerous foreign policy blunder in this country since Vietnam? Were you correct or incorrect? Yes or no? Were you right? Were you correct in your assessment?
Well, I would defer to the judgment of history to sort that out. But the
committee deserves your judgment as to whether you were right or wrong about the surge.
I'll explain why I made those comments. And
I want to know if you were right or wrong. That's a direct question. I expect a direct answer.
Well,
I would like to answer whether you were right or wrong, and then you are free to elaborate.
Well, I'm not going to give you a yes or no answer on a lot of things. Well, let the record
show that you refused to answer that question. Now, please go ahead.
I saw the consequences and the suffering and the horror of war. So I did question a surge. I always ask the question, is this going to be worth the sacrifice? Because there will be sacrifice.
Why do you think that the Iranian Foreign Ministry so strongly supports your nomination to be the Secretary of Defense?
I have a difficult enough time with American politics, Senator. I have no idea. When I voted against some of those unilateral sanctions on Iran, it was a different time.
If you had a chance tomorrow, today, after lunch, to vote to say that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard was a terrorist organization, would you still vote no?
Well, the reason I voted no to start with...
Well, I know why. You told me that. My question is, would you reconsider and would you vote yes this time? Or would you still vote no?
Times change. I recognize that. And yes, I would reconsider, but the whole theory...
Well, thank you. That's encouraging.